Did you know you only have 7 seconds to capture your audience's attention in your next presentation? Well, if you don't capture it, they're gone. They're absolutely gone. So how do we keep them locked in from the very beginning, not looking at their phones? Well, let me give you 3 my favorite ways to open up a presentation. And this is for business presentations or executive stakeholder meetings. Here's the first: tee up the opportunity. So when you can align your audience around a common goal, they're going to be more invested in wanting to hear what you have to say towards accomplishing that goal. So for example, by the end of this month, we have an opportunity to hit 50% above our projected revenue number. And I am really excited to walk through a few of the core customer opportunities that we believe can help us get to that number. See what I did? Right now I'm intrigued. There's an opportunity. I am invested in this naturally. How do we get there? The second way I like to open up my presentation is stating a problem, and a problem that a lot of us in the room will naturally feel. So for example, it might be we have a really hard decision to make when it comes to prioritizing which feature set we should build. And while there are a variety of options, the elephant in the room is that we need to make this decision in the next 2 weeks, particularly because partner X and partner Y are waiting to hear from us. So if we're trying to go towards our goal of reaching XY in engagement by the end of the year, which partner do we think will be most effective towards reaching our goal? You see what I did? I teed it up as a problem and then I segued it to the opportunity. So the problem is that, look, we have a decision to make and we've only got 2 weeks to make it. This is a challenge. But the opportunity is we can drive towards our North Star metric by one of these initiatives. We just got to pick the right one. Which one do we pick? But right there, I've invested my audience in the problem that we need to solve, the challenge that we're faced, and how we can actually ladder up to the goal. So these two are related. The third one is an open question. So I usually like to ask the question if it's a fairly large enough audience where a raise of hands could indicate how people are feeling in the room. So for example, before we begin, I'd love a quick show of hands. How many of you are aware of X initiative? Or before we begin, I'm curious, by a show of hands, how many of you had read the pre-read documents I had sent yesterday night? It's okay if you haven't read them all, but I'm just curious, want to get a sense of how much context I should add. And see, right there, you've immediately locked them in because you're actually involving them right from the get-go. The earlier you can involve your audience to make your presentation conversational, the better. And you're getting valuable information to inform the rest of your talk. So any of these 3 methods are great for teeing up presentations, but those first 7 seconds are most crucial.